He was telling me
Former Tourism Secretary Wanda Teo firmly told senators at the hearing that she had no idea that the ad placement deal the DOT entered with PTV4 will be placed on Ben Tulfo's show Kilos Pronto. Kilos Pronto was a block timer on PTV4. It was hosted by Ben and Erwin Tulfo, Teo's brothers. Ben Tulfo heads Bitag Media Unlimited, which produced the show. It paid the network to air the program.
because all I know, kasi po hindi po ako nandang TV, I'm a very busy person. I've been traveling a lot. Later on ko na po alam na pumutok na po yung issue and it was already in the media.
But senators were not convinced with Teo's explanation. Ben Tulfo defended her sister. He said he and his siblings live separate lives. Erwin Tulfo also denied he had any knowledge on the agreement. Tourism Undersecretary Kat De Castro, heads the department's Bids and Awards Committee, also denied she knew beforehand that Ben Tulfo was behind the magazine show.
At what point during this whole episode na na-realize mo na si Mr. Ben Tulfo ang may-ari nung Bitag?
Ito na lang po nung May nang pinag-uusapan na po.
Sigurado kayo dyan, Mr. Castro?
Yes po.
Senators also grilled PTV4 executives over the contract, but they insisted that there was no conflict of interest. At first, Teo and PTV4 were passing the buck on who decided to place the department's money on Kilos Pronto. But in the end, PTV4 executives admitted that it was their decision to put the money on Ben Tulfo's show. It's a decision that baffled Gordon. Kilos Pronto was lagging behind the network's other shows when it came to viewership. Meanwhile, different figures came out as to how much Bitag Media earned from the 120 million peso deal. The Commission on Audit said that Tulfos got around 89 million pesos while the rest of the 120 million pesos went to PTV4 management. PTV4 meanwhile claimed that they paid 75 million pesos to Bitag Media while the TV network earned more than 19 million pesos from the ads. But Ben Tulfo insisted the network still owes them money.
May utang pa sa amin ang PTV4. Okay? And I will stand on that. And I will say, kinakailangan bayaran kami dahil sinerbisyo namin, legal, may kontrata. Issue ng conflict of interest, hukuman na lang.
During the hearing, Senator Antonio Trillanes and the Tulfo brothers got into fiery exchanges. First, it was Trillanes versus Ben Tulfo.
Magkano ang total na na-receive mo?
Your Honor, meron ho kaming copy of my check and we have to account everything kung magkano pong binayad sa amin. So offhand, I don't have the record, but we can present that maybe in the court of law.
Ito na. Panayang iwas na. Pero doon sa radio program ketatapang Pero ngayon, nabibilaukan yung katotohanan. Ang hirap lumabas, ano? Sir Ben Tulfo.
I look at you straight in the eye, I'm still not finished.
Well, anyway, ganito yan. So, alam nyo dito, as described, so swak na swak. Kung pasok na pasok ka, bitag. Dito sa bitag. Di ba, Mr. Tulfo?
Next, Trillanes took on Erwin Tulfo.
Kanina ko pa naririnig, pinipilit mo na may plunder pa. Ipatunayan mo muna na may plunder, bossing, okay? Ngayon, it's not for you to decide, it's the court to decide, sir. All right.
In the crime of plunder, as I recited earlier, in connivance with members of his family, relatives by affinity or consanguinity. Anyway, yan naman yung kaso ang ikakaharap nyo
Hindi naman kami umatras, at saka hindi ko kasi kami mahilig gumawa-gawa ng mga kwento, Mr. Chair.
Former Secretary Teo meanwhile believes that Bitag Media should not return the money they earned from the tourism ad placement. Teo recalled she had discussions before with Ben on possibly returning the money, but she said that in the end, the decision rested on Ben and PTV4. Ben meanwhile refuses to return the money.
Why would I be returning a money where we have faithfully delivered and then by way of contract, we aired all the documents needed, kasama pati yung tape on air, we fulfilled. So now, returning the money is tantamount to saying that we did something illegal.
After hearing all the explanations, senators still frown upon the deal.
I don't think you can make a case for plunder. Una, may ginamit naman yung pera for TV advertising. Hindi naman binurusa Otherwise, nagnegosyo sila. Yun ang masama Yung negosyo, mukhang nabigyan ng ayuda yung negosyo ng kapatid. Hindi ako makapaniwala, hindi nila alam yun.
This is the first and last hearing of the Senate on the controversial ad placement deal. But senators will still look into other alleged irregularities under Teo's stint at the DOT. Reporting for News 5 Me and Los Baños, we are One News.